part B. Given that P of not C is 0.6 and that the events C and D are independent, calculate P, Q and R. Okay, so the chance of not being in C is 0.6. That's what the dash means. So everything that's not in circle C will add to 0.6. So we've got 0.13 plus 0.17 plus R plus Q. The 0.8 and the P are both inside circle C. So we've got these add up to 0.6. We already know they add up to 0.3. So that means R plus Q will have to add up to 0.3. Okay, so that's the first thing we know. The other thing is that C and D are independent. And if they're independent, you can multiply the individual probabilities together to get the intersection. So in this case, the probability of C is P plus 0.08. Multiply that by the probability of D, which is Q plus 0.08, and that will give you 0.08. Okay, now that's quite a tricky equation to sort out, isn't it? Okay, I can multiply it out, but again, we'll probably have to come back to this. I'm just writing down all the equations that we've got. What's 0.08 squared? 0.0064. Yeah, so I could have done that in my head. Okay, that doesn't look a very nice equation. The last thing we know is that the probability of C will be 0.4. Okay, I probably should have started there. Okay, apologies if you saw that bit first. Okay, we know that the probability of being in C is 0.4, so that actually lets me work out immediately. Okay, that's much easier, isn't it? But that sometimes happens. You start off one way and then you realise that, oh, actually, what I've written down is true, but actually there's a simpler fact that when you write that one down, you suddenly realise that that's easier. Okay, so if I put 0.32 in where P is, that's going to give me a nicer equation I can work out Q for. So I've got 0.32 Q plus 0.08 Q plus, okay, what's 0.08 multiplied by 0.32? That gives me 0.0256 plus 0.0064, and all that will equal 0.08. Okay, so 0.08, take away 0.0064, take away 0.0256, leaves me with 0.048. If I add these two together, I'm going to get 0.4 Q. So if I divide by 0.4, I will get Q, which is 0.12. Done that. And then I can go back to this equation up here and say that R is 0.3, take away 0.12, which is 0.18. So we get there in the end. I probably wrote the easiest thing down as my third equation, but that's fine. Okay, everything worked in the end.